Good morning, my dear children. Hope you all are doing good. New year, isn't it? So we all are waiting for new things, expecting everything with new hope, new life, isn't it? So let's begin our new topic, that is how to frame indirect questions. Okay, it's a very simple topic. You can easily understand the concept. Listen carefully. So before get into indirect question, let's see how do we frame direct question. How do we frame direct question? By using WH question, isn't it? By using WH question or changing the form of changing the position of subject and the helping verb, isn't it? So it's very easy for us to form direct question. But in this chapter or in this video, we are going to see how to frame indirect question. Why do we need to frame indirect question? So we cannot always ask direct question because it considered to be not considered to be a polite manner of asking something. So in order to express or in order to ask a question to a person in a more formal way or in a polite manner, we have to use indirect question. Okay. So the common phrases which we use to frame indirect question are, could you please tell me? Can you do this? Do you know? I wonder. So such phrases are associated to frame indirect question. Okay. So indirect question, it always looks like a statement. Okay. It won't give an impression like a question. It gives an impression as if it is asked as a statement. Okay. For example, so these are some of the sentences, direct questions. Say, do you like coffee? How do we ask someone? Do you like coffee? Are you coming for science exhibition? Did you share my ideas about project? Where is this address? So these are the question, direct question, which we used to ask to our friends, with relatives, or the person whom we are familiar with. Okay. But if we want to ask a question or getting a favor, um, we have to ask that in a polite manner, isn't it? We have to ask that in a polite manner. So as I told you, uh, direct question we can easily frame because we are familiar with that. Whereas indirect question, we are not following it, or so far we haven't started using while asking question to someone, isn't it? But indirect question is very important for us because if we want to ask something in a very formal manner or in a polite manner, it's necessary to know how to frame question. Though it looks like a statement or it sounds like a statement, that is the correct way to ask a person in a polite manner, especially to a stranger or to a superiors. So let's see how could we change the same sentences into indirect. Instead of asking, do you like coffee? How could we frame the same sentence into indirect question? Either you can say, could you please tell me you like coffee or tea? Okay, this is one way. Or could you could you please tell me if you like coffee? Okay. Could you please tell me? Could you please tell me if you like coffee? Or I would like to know. I would like to know if you like coffee. Okay. Look at the second sentences. Are you coming for science exhibition? Are you coming for science exhibition? Same thing. Could you tell me if or whether are you എന്നുള്ളത് it will change into if you are coming to science exhibition. Okay, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആയിട്ടല്ല ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. ഇറ്റ് സൗണ്ട്സ് ലൈക്ക് എ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ്. അത് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് പോലെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എങ്ങനെ? കുഡ് യു ടെൽ മീ ഇഫ് യു ആർ കമ്മിങ് ടു സയൻസ് എക്സിബിഷൻ? ഓക്കെ, എടുത്തടിച്ച പോലെ ചോദിക്കുന്നത് നീ വരുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുന്നതല്ല. എങ്ങനെ? എന്നോട് നിനക്ക് പറയാമോ നീ സയൻസ് എക്സിബിഷന് വരുന്നുണ്ടോന്ന്? ഓക്കെ, ദിസ് ഇസ് ദ ടോൺ ഓഫ് framing indirect question, or the aim of framing indirect question. Then, did you share my ideas about project? And you can say, I wonder if you share my ideas about project, which means, see, if our friend go and share our ideas with our teachers, insisting our name means we will be very happy, isn't it? Even sometimes we forget to insist our name also, we are happy, isn't it? Because we know and our friend know very well that it is our idea, isn't it? So that's what I wonder if you share my ideas about project. നീ പറഞ്ഞാൽ എനിക്ക് wonder എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് it will be make me happy in that sense. Okay, I wonder if you share my ideas about project. Or you can say, could you tell me if you share my ideas about project? ഇപ്പോൾ ഒത്തിരി phrases ആയിരുന്ന് അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മിസ്ലീഡ് ചെയ്യുമെന്നോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൺഫ്യൂസ് ആവുമെന്ന് തോന്നിപ്പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ലേൺ വൺ phrase, that is, could you tell me if? Could you tell me if? ഇത് ഈ ഒരു phrase എങ്കിലും നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചു വെച്ചിരിക്കുക. എന്നിട്ട് എന്താണോ നമ്മൾ ചോദിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് ആ സെന്റൻസിന് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് സാധാരണമായി വേർ ഈസ് ദ അഡ്രസ് എന്നാണ്, ദിസ് ഈസ് ദ അഡ്രസ് എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ യൂഷ്വൽ ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്നത്. അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ അതിന് പകരം നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ചോദിക്കാം? കുഡ് യു പ്ലീസ് ടെൽ മീ ദ അഡ്രസ്. ഈ വേർ ഈസ് ദിസ് എന്നുള്ളത് വേണ്ട. എന്തോന്ന് നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യം അഡ്രസ് അറിയുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് അത് എങ്ങനെ ഫ്രെയിം ചെയ്യാം? കുഡ് യു പ്ലീസ് ടെൽ മീ the address. Could you please tell me the address? ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ ഒത്തിരി phrases ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ I wonder, do you know, I would like to know, can you please tell me, could you please tell me എന്ന ഒരുപാട് phrases ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും if you think that it will be difficult for you to keep in your mind, at least remember this particular phrase, that is, can you tell me? Okay, now let's do the exercise using this single phrase. Okay, what is the first question given in our text? Page number 119. What is the first question? Arnav is participating in the fashion show is the first question, isn't it? Okay, I will write that on the. So look at the sentence. Arnav is participating in the fashion show is the first sentence, isn't it? So how can we change the same statement into indirect question? You can either write, can you please tell me? Can you please tell me if ബാക്കി എന്താണോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുള്ളത് അത് അതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ എഴുതാൻ പോയാണ്. Can you please tell me if Arnav is participating in the fashion show? As as it is. We haven't made any changes at all. Only we have added this particular phrase, that is, can you please tell me? The museum is closed on Monday is the second sentence. You can write either can you please tell me or could you please tell me? Could you please tell me? എന്താ നമുക്ക് അറിയേണ്ടത്? If the museum is closed on Monday. Very simple, isn't it? It is a very simple topic. We are just adding this particular phrase, that is, can you please tell me if the museum is closed on Monday? And look at the third sentence. Lara has sprained her ankle. Sprained her ankle. Naturally, it got injured or it hurt, isn't it? So here, how do we change this particular into indirect question? We are going to follow the same thing, that is, can you please tell me? അതായത് ഒരു തേർഡ് പേഴ്സന്റെ അടുത്ത് നമ്മൾ ചോദിക്കുകയാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ലാറയുടെ പാരന്റ്സിന്റെ അടുത്ത് നമ്മൾ ചോദിക്കുകയാണ്, can you please tell me എന്താ അവർക്ക് സംഭവിച്ചത്? If Lara എന്താ ചെയ്തത്? has sprained her ankle. Sprained her ankle. That's all. Okay. Similarly, we are going to add can you please tell me if. ഇത്രയാണ് എല്ലാ സെന്റൻസിന്റെ മുമ്പേ നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. What is the fourth one answer? Either can you അല്ലെങ്കിൽ could you please tell me? Could you please tell me if എന്താ നമുക്ക് അറിയേണ്ടത്? The students of class 7 are going for a picnic next week. So we are asking the teacher or the principal that what we want to make sure. The student, whether if എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് if whether same meaning ആണ്. Okay. അവര് പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്ന് നമ്മൾ കൺഫേം ചെയ്യാനാണ് ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. But we want to ask that in a polite manner. That's why we have added, could you please tell me if the students of class 7 are going for a picnic next week. That's all. Okay. In order to save time, I will write last two sentences. Can you please tell me if Mr. Das has been transferred to Shillong? And the last one answer, sixth one. Can you please tell me if there is a good bakery in the neighborhood? Please note down the answer. So in order to make it simple, I have chosen only one phrase which is given in your text, but at the same time I have introduced you the remaining phrases also, so that you should be familiar with other phrases which help us to frame indirect question. Okay. Teacher endina avashyillada aa phrases okke tannenu, don't get confused or don't think that it is unnecessary. I have purposefully introduced you all those phrases so that you should be familiar with the other phrases which help us to frame indirect question. Okay. Even then, at the same time, sometimes there will be slow learners also among you, isn't it? So they should not lose their mark because of get confused with so many phrases. So that I have chosen by giving the answer for the exercise in your textbook using single phrases. Canum, couldum, they do not have much difference. Okay. So don't think that I have given two different phrases. You can either ask, can you please tell me, or could you please tell me? You can write any one. Okay. So be familiar with this particular phrase. Even if you don't know what will be the suitable for framing any particular question, any particular statement. Exact ആയിട്ട് ഏത് phrase ആണ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, കറക്റ്റ് ആണോ ഇത് എന്നുള്ള കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഒന്നും വേണ്ട. Could you please tell me? ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏത് സിറ്റുവേഷനിലും ഏത് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റിനോടൊപ്പവും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആയിട്ട് ഫ്രെയിം ചെയ്യാൻ യു ക്യാൻ യൂസ്. So that's why I have chosen this particular phrase. Okay, that's why in your text also they have given that alone. Okay, but you should be familiar with the other phrases also. Okay, so make sure that um, in order to frame indirect question, it should not sound like a question. Though it is a question, it should not sound like a question. It should give an impression, or it should sound like a statement rather than a question. But the idea is asking a question or getting a favor from someone to know about something in a polite manner. Okay, that's the purpose of framing indirect question. Mostly the indirect questions are used when we ask question to our superiors or to strangers. Okay, so let's do the second exercise in this next page 120. Here they ask you to fill in the blanks with the correct by adding the correct spelling of each words given in the textbook. The letter S is not pronounced in the word debris. Here are some of more words with a silent S. So they have given few words which has what silent letter. Look at the first one, autumn. So I will write down the words here. So look at the words. I have written the spelling, correct spelling here. Autumn. Autumn here the N is silent. Okay, so we pronounce the word as autumn. Okay, and atom എന്ന് നമ്മൾ പറയില്ല, autumn, autumn. Next one, folk. We don't read this here. L is silent, so we have to pronounce this word as folk. Folk എന്നല്ല പറയേണ്ടത്, folk. Okay, folk, you know what is a folk? Something connected with our art and traditional to particular region or particular culture. In Malayalam you can say folk music ആണെങ്കിൽ നാടോടി ഗാനമെന്നോ, ഫോക്ക് സോങ് ആണെങ്കിൽ നാടോടി ഗാനമെന്നോ, അത് ആ പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ റീജിയനിൽ ഉള്ള സോങ്ങിനെ ഡിപ്പിക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് അതിനെ നമ്മൾ ഫോക്ക് സോങ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ഓണർ, യു നോ ദ വേർഡ്. ഹിയർ ദ എച്ച് ഈസ് സൈലന്റ്. ഹോണർ, ഹോണർ നമ്മൾ പറയില്ല, ഓണർ. എച്ച് ഈസ് സൈലന്റ് there. കബോർഡ്, കപ്പ് ബോർഡ് എന്നല്ല പറയുന്നത്, കപ്പ് ബോർഡ് എന്നല്ല പറയുന്നത്, എന്താ പറയുന്നത്? കബോർഡ്. ഹിയർ പി ഈസ് silent. Then raspberry. Here the P is silent. Raspberry. It's a kind of fruit. Okay. Then come. We are familiar with come. And the drought. വെള്ളമൊന്നും ഇല്ലാതെ വരണ്ടു പോകുന്ന ലാൻഡിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ drought land എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Then salmon. It's a edible fish. Salmon. Sorry. Here GH are silent. So we have to pronounce this word as drought. Drought. Okay, drought. Here L is silent, so we have to pronounce this word as salmon. Salmon. Here CH is silent, so we have to pronounce this as yacht. Yacht. Okay, yacht. Yacht ennu parayirudhu, that is wrong. Yacht, because CH is silent there. Yacht. Yacht. Then government, N is silent, so we have to say government. Government. Okay, dear. So see you in the next class. Revise your lessons properly so that it will be easy for you to revise during the exam. Okay, ഒന്നേന്ന് പഠിക്കുന്നതിനേക്കാളും അന്നെന്നുള്ളത് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ട് ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഒന്ന് റിവൈസ് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചാൽ it will be helpful for our exam. So ന്യൂ ഇയർ ആണ്, അപ്പൊ നന്നായിട്ട് ഈ ന്യൂ ഇയറിൽ ഇതുവരെ നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കാൻ ഉഴപ്പിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിലും അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ഫ്രോം ദിസ് മൊമെന്റ് ഓൺവേർഡ്സ് യു ഹാവ് ടു ടേക്ക് ദ സ്റ്റഡി ആസ് എ സീരിയസ് തിങ്, ആൻഡ് സൂൺ യു വിൽ ബി ഗോയിങ് ടു റൈറ്റ് യുവർ ഫൈനൽ എക്സാംസ്, isn't it? So be serious, concentrate on your studies more. See you in the next class, dear. Thank you.